Now, after being in US for over 5 years now, I can clearly say that the US tax system is the most f***ed up tax system of all. And I don't say this lightly because every year when I'm filing taxes around this time of the year, I say,
हे भगवान ये क्या हो रहा है मेहरबानी करके मुझे समझाइए मेरी समझ में कुछ नहीं आ रहा है
filing taxes should not be this hard. And part of the reason why filing taxes is so difficult is because the government allows it for the bigger companies to make money off filing taxes for us. So ultimately, you are just left with 3 choices when filing taxes. First, hire a CA, which is very expensive. Second, pay for tax filing services, which is again expensive. And third, and the cheapest one, but the most difficult one, is do it yourself. And the reason I say it's so difficult is because you have to fill so many forms, and if you miss out on any particular form and the government finds out, then you will get a lot of penalty fees. And somehow, let's say magically you figured out all the forms that you have filled and you filled it correctly, but somehow calculated the return wrong, you will again get penalty fees. And now bundle in the fact that you are an international student, just like me and many others on this channel, filing taxes becomes even more difficult, because you have a complete different set of forms now that you have to fill. So far, I haven't been able to find a guide which tells you everything you need to know about taxes as international students, so let's make one. In this video, we'll be covering major things that you should look out for when you're filing taxes. Also, I'll be telling you which are the best softwares and free softwares that you can use to file taxes. Another important point that I will be covering in this video is how to get those tax deadline extensions. So make sure to watch this video in its entirety before filing taxes and share it with your friends as well. Also, this video is part of the series Life in US, so make sure to check out that entire playlist. I'm sure you'll find it useful. But now let's start with the major things that you should know about when you are starting to file your taxes. One of the most important forms is the form 1040 that you file when filing taxes. But as an international student who is new to this country, you are not supposed to fill 1040. Now, instead of form 1040, which is supposed to be for US residents, you have to fill out something that's called 1040 NR or 1040 EZ. Now, for the first 5 years of your F1 visa, you are considered as non-resident alien for US tax purposes. And that's why you have to fill out this form 1040 NR, where NR stands for non-resident. Now, the difference between these two forms is very minimal, and it is very easy for you to fill out the wrong form instead of the right one. Now, this mix-up happened with me as well. I filled out the wrong form and I didn't even realize until my tax return was already filed and I had received a notice from IRS asking me to file an amended tax return, which again is very confusing and gruesome process, because now you have to fill out form 1040X and the list goes on. So be mindful of which form you're filling out before you submit those tax returns. But if you're an F1 student who has been in this country for over 5 years now, you need to fill out form 1040 instead of 1040 NR, because after 5 years you are considered as a US resident for tax purposes. I really hate the double standards over here, because now I'm considered a US resident and I'll be paying more taxes, but I'm not anywhere close to getting a green card or US citizenship. But hey, that's how the tax system works in this country. Now, this 5-year rule would mostly apply to PhD students or someone who's doing their second masters. So if you're one of those, make sure to check out the new rules that you have to follow now. The second major thing that most students don't know about, and that ends up costing them a lot of money, is you're not supposed to pay FICA taxes as you are a non-resident alien. Now, FICA taxes stand for Social Security tax and Medicare taxes, and usually they are deducted from everyone's paycheck. But if you are a non-resident alien, then you are not supposed to pay FICA taxes, and if you're paying them, make sure you get a refund for that. But good luck getting a refund for that. I have been trying to get my FICA refund for year 2021 now, and still it has no way been processed.
आज मूड नहीं कर रहा, इसे कल देखते हैं इस काम को.
But as a resident alien, you are not supposed to be paying these taxes. So make sure to check that pay slip of yours and ensure that the FICA taxes are not being deducted. Because if they are, you can get a refund. But getting a refund for FICA taxes is the most difficult thing in US. Because first of all, there is no way to track this refund. Secondly, it will take you at least a year or even more than that to even get a return from that. Now in 2021, some of my paycheck had FICA taxes deducted and I had applied for a refund, but till today I haven't heard back anything from them. You just have to keep waiting, and there is no way to track this progress. On internet, I have seen people claiming that it took them 2 to 3 years just to get a refund. So yeah, make sure that your FICA taxes are not being withheld, because you don't want to get trapped in this refund process. I wish someone had told me about these FICA taxes before I started working on my OPT. Now that I've told you about the problems, let me tell you a couple of solutions which can make your tax filing really easy. Now, before I talk about these two solutions, let me tell you, this video is no way sponsored by either of them, and I have used them personally and I have found very good experience with them. And in case you're one of the representatives from those two softwares and you want to sponsor the next video, feel free to reach out. All my social media links are in description. But the two softwares that I'm talking about is Sprint Tax and Glacier Tax Prep. Now these two softwares are specially designed and work only for non-resident aliens. In fact, if you try to use this software as a resident alien, it tells you that it can't help you and directs you to its partners. This is how targeted software this is. Now many universities have tie-up with either of these two softwares, which makes using them absolutely free. So make sure to check out with your school to know which software is preferred by them. Because for Sprint Tax, if you try to use it without your school's code, it charges you some money. But still, even if you have to pay, I would highly recommend using either of these two softwares because they are very targeted and they get the job done. One additional advantage is that they take care of any tax treaties that US and your home country might have. So for example, if you're from India, then USA has a special tax treaty with India. And because of this tax treaty, you would get a higher refund than you would do without it. Now before I move on to a final very important step, how to get extension for your tax deadline, make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel and check out the other videos in this playlist if you found this one helpful. Also let me know if you have any tips or tricks for filing taxes that you know of in the comment section below. Now let's say for any reason that you would not be able to file your taxes by the deadline, it is very easy to get an extension. Also for many states, if you file an extension for federal tax, your state tax extension automatically gets approved. I myself have got extension a couple of times and the website that I used was 1040.com. Again, this is not a sponsored video, it is just what I have been using and want to share it with you. I remember the first year when I was here, I wasn't able to file my taxes on time, and this was the website which I found, which made it very easy for me to get an extension. And honestly, I have been sticking with them for all my extension related activities. I have filed extension a couple of times and I found it very easy. So if you want to check them out, I'll leave the link in description. But as far as I know, there are many services out there which help you with your extension services. So I hope so you found this video helpful and it guides you when you're filing taxes the next time, because I don't want someone to get stuck with taxes like I did when I was new over here. Thank you for watching till the end. I'll see you in the next video. But before going, make sure to subscribe to the channel and check out our social media links. All of it would be in the description. And also check out the series Life in US. There are lots of videos over there which will be helpful to you as an international student. And with that, I'll go submit my taxes because the tax deadline is almost there and I don't want to get an extension this time. So I'll see you around in the next video. Bye.